How is my load order?
Well, you've got to load this order,
And now our game is gonna cry.
Wow.
Hello everyone and welcome to the second episode of Load Disorder, a show that reviews mods, video games and, I don't know, steaks? We haven't figured it out yet, but I'm pushing for steaks. I'm your host Arian, and you can find me on Twitter at @byarian or on Facebook at the link below. And now, let me present you our this week's featured mods.
In the Commonwealth, everywhere you go there's violence. You can't go to the racetrack without people shooting at you. You can't go to the market without ghouls trying to eat you. In fact, I found it's best to go into places guns blazing, just in case. In Fallout and in life, it's best to shoot first, think never.
It's not safe here. It's not safe anywhere.
Of course, if you want a less violent experience, there are mods for that. Gunnar'S Overhaul is a simple mod that makes the Gunnar faction no longer hostile to the player. The mod makes Gunnars neutral in 10 separate locations, including key locations like the GNN Plaza and Vault 75. But beware, Gunnars will become hostile if the player attacks them, and they will tell all their Gunnar friends just how mean you are. They will also still be hostile to other factions, including any Brahmin that try to sneak in on that base. Bad mutated cow. Bad! Although the Gunnars are mostly lifeless in version 1.2, the mod author has plans to add voice acting, companions, and even radiant quests in the future updates. After all, it's not enough to be non-violent. A real NPC will talk to you, confide in you, and tell you a sad story, before hiring you to murder someone else.
Put the gun away. Nobody needs to get shot here.
No, screw that.
This one's mine.
Over?
Whoa, yeah, that was intense. I think I need a beer.
I think I heard something.
Hey Paul, where are you going?
Over here!
Paul?
I've seen horrors. Horrors you have seen. But you don't have a right to call me a murderer. You have a right to kill me. You have a right to do that. But you don't have a right to judge me.
Speaking of mods with an emphasis on non-violence, our next featured mod is Tales from the Commonwealth, made by none other than the producer of this show. Tales from the Commonwealth adds 20 quests and 3 companions with a cast of over 50 actors.
Hey Audrey, still planning that girls' night out?
Well, darling, it was actually a ghoul's night. But for you, I'll make an exception.
This voice sounds familiar. I wonder who
Yes,
it could be.
the longer we stay here, I feel the shorter that distance gets.
In fact, critics have called this mod the greatest piece of art ever made. It's compatible with all other modules, even the ones that break your game. In fact, Tales from the Commonwealth fixes those mods and gives you all the best endings guaranteed. And if you call now, not only you will get Tales from the Commonwealth, but you also get the DLC patch and a ticket to Nuka World, free of charge.
Okay, this is starting to get a bit weird. It sounds like an infomercial.
I call it good advertising.
Well, you can call it what you want, but don't you think some of those things are a little bit out there?
I think it's spot on, to be honest.
Are you sure about that? You're telling people your mod cures Zika and is better than Michelangelo's David. I don't think those are even remotely true.
You could make that argument. I mean, it's just a statue. And his wiener's tiny.
Can we just move on to the interview? Okay, so with me today is the author of the Tales of the Commonwealth, Kris Takahashi. He's also author of the interesting NPCs for Skyrim and the Atomic Radio mod. So, my first question for you today is, why are you so handsome? Okay, this is not a legitimate question.
It's legitimate. I mean, I feel like people out there should know how handsome I am. I mean, is that a crime? It should be something that's in the public consciousness at the very least.
Then why don't you show us a picture?
Can you just read from the script?
Hi, this will be all for this week. We again hope you enjoyed it. Also, no mailmen were hurt during the filming of this episode. No murder permissions were given. And don't smoke, kids. Smoking kills! Like and subscribe.